Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I did a video blog. And I wasn't really planning on redoing them and starting it up again, except that I was talking to my friend Michael, and he was saying that before he really knew me, he's the casting director in New York City, and we're good friends, and he had gotten an audition tape from me, and before he really knew who I was, um, he started looking into these video blogs, and we didn't really know each other very well, but he was confessing to me that he had watched all of them and had loved them, and by watching them, it had made him want to know me better, um, and that made me think, gosh, I'll bet he's not the only one who felt that way. And I always thought nobody watches these, nobody cares, but it just felt good to know that somebody did, so I thought I'd start them up again. So, yeah, just a review of what I've been doing. Um, I'm living in Utah with my parents. I moved out here because I was planning on serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is my religion. And I sold all my stuff in New York, and I drove out here with my friend Ellen. And after a few months, I was getting my application ready and everything. And after a few months, it just started to feel like the wrong thing to do. And not that it's a bad thing to do, and not that I didn't want to do it, but just that I didn't feel like it was right anymore. And so the last year, it's been a year since then, and the last year has just been about kind of healing and thinking about what I really want to do with my art, and honestly, like, overcoming some of the difficult thought patterns that I got into from school. I went to a conservatory, and it was very regimented and difficult, and I think I'm not the only one who went there who would agree that there are many things about it that require healing afterward. It's a difficult place to go to school, and you kind of get these Broadway blinders on, kind of crazy, but it's been such a good year. I made more money this year than I've ever made, and I made all that money doing my art, mostly teaching. I teach from home and also from an anonymous um, boarding school for troubled teen girls, and it's such a joy. I absolutely love it. It's great. I'm planning to move soon, which is sad because I won't be able to teach them anymore, but I've really loved it so far. I'm also auditioning whenever I can. There are not a lot of equity opportunities out here, so auditions are kind of scarce, and also there's such good talent here that isn't equity. I've found it very difficult to book things that even are equity because there's someone who looks like me and has a very similar skill set, or a good enough skill set to do the job that is cheaper. So that's been hard, but it's fine. If anything, it's just like pushed me to move and pushed me to prepare and get out into, I guess, bigger ponds, which is scary, but also I think I know better what I'm getting into than I did when I first moved to New York. So that's exciting. Before the holidays, well, I guess during the holidays, I was promoting my Christmas album again. It's the second year that it's been out, and it did fine. I mean, I don't know. I'm figuring out how to get people to know about what I'm doing and how, like, building up a fan base and stuff. So I think it went well enough, but yeah, I like to see more people listen to it. It's very folksy though, so it's kind of like made for a smaller audience, and it was definitely kind of a fun little passion project that I did with my friend Ryan, who is an amazing guitarist. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of what's been going on and what's been happening with me. Today, just to give you a picture of a day, I was looking into Sundance films to go see. That's happening right now, and it's kind of hard to get tickets. It's a little bit, the way they have it worked out for locals is a little bit convoluted and weird. But figuring that out, I did some preparation for a trip to LA. I'm going out there for some auditions that are this weekend and early parts of next week, so that should be great. I have a friend that I'm going to stay with there, so that'll be fun. I'll stop in St. George and stay with my cousin, and then I'll drive, and it'll be awesome. And hopefully I'll book a ton of things, you know? If nothing else, it'll be good practice for whenever I go visit New York. What I'd really like to do is move to LA and rent for a year and then buy like a starter home and then, you know, whenever I have auditions or, you know, a couple months that I want to go out to New York and audition, then I can do that and have a subletter in my LA home or my LA home. It sounds so posh to have a home. That'll be down the road though. I'm saving for that. That'll be cool. Yeah, so I planned for that LA trip. I updated some of my social media stuff. I went to a dance class. That was awesome. I teach at Treehouse Athletic Center in Draper. And I get free dance classes because of that. And it is awesome. They're very good classes too. So if you're looking for a dance studio in Salt Lake, that's a very good one. Oh, and then tonight I'm going with some friends down to the Broadway cinema to see Inside Llewyn Davis. It looks really good, and I also heard an interview of the Coen brothers on NPR about how difficult it was to get all the scenes with the cat to cooperate. I guess they had 8 or 9 cats that all were just prone to do different things. They were complaining that it's much harder than working with dogs, which I totally believe. Cats are brats. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on today. I feel like I actually accomplished a ton today, and I'm really tired. But I'm excited to go to that movie and just kind of hang out with friends for a little bit. Coming up, I've been working with a friend of mine that I just met recently. His name is Rob. He fronts a band out here called The Weekenders. And we kind of met through some fun and interesting circumstances, but he invited me to come put some vocals on some of his stuff, and then, because he has a home studio, and then we started working together on one of my songs, and he's out of town right now, but we actually have a really good chemistry, and I'm hoping that keeps going forward and turns into a good working relationship, and that we can make some awesome tunes together, because the musical chemistry and the communication as far as oh, I like this, I don't like this, we generally agree with each other, and it turns into good sounds. I also really admire his ability to lead a band so well. I mean, he's been doing that for, I don't know, almost a decade, I think, and it's gone really well for him, and I think he might be a good mentor for me too, and a good friend. So, yeah, that's Rob. Yeah, I also have the LA trip coming up. We just talked about that. I've been playing with my other friend Brian. He fronts his own band too, just the Brian Bingham Band. We did a music video with him on Monday. I haven't seen any footage for that, but hopefully it really turns out. It was at least a really good time. We had fun. Recording. It's with Refinement Records. Oh, yes. And then also coming up, I have a couple shows. I have 2 shows at Sugar House Coffee that are coming up in the next couple months here. I'll be booking more things, and I'll keep everybody updated, but my next scheduled show as of right now is January 29th at Sugar House Coffee, and it's probably just going to be me. I haven't contacted anybody else to come play with me, but we'll see. And then the next show that's scheduled after that is March 7th, also at Sugar House Coffee. I would really like to book some more things in Provo and hopefully up in Logan or Ogden or places up north, just to experience playing for other people and give other people the opportunity to hear me play and just get my name out there a little bit more in the state, in my local scene. So those are coming up. I'm also planning on booking some online shows, like web casts from my home or somewhere cool. If I can think of somewhere cool, if you have any ideas, let me know. Yeah, so that's coming up. I'm also thinking about getting an MBA, which would be really cool. I have this one business idea that I don't want to spoil, but I have this business idea that I think would actually change a lot of lives, especially in live theater, and could help all of us who do live theater to make more money and bring more live theater to more people. I just, having a BFA in musical theater, I don't really feel like I have a lot of credibility or even just like basic knowledge of business to make it happen. And especially if I want to make it happen in an awesome way, which I don't ever want to do something not in an awesome way, then I think it would be really useful to have a master's in business. Yeah, I'm looking at doing that somewhere online so that I can keep doing all this other stuff that I love so much and also get that degree. Yeah, also if you have any suggestions there, shoot me a comment. Yeah, so I thought for these I could do, at the end of these blog posts, just talk about things that are bugging me and things that I love right now. So here's that. Things that bug. I've been really annoyed lately with Beyonce's new album, which is going to sound like heresy to a lot of people because I know she's a goddess to most of us. And she's a goddess to me. She's an amazing performer. But I felt, I was really bothered by her song Pretty Hurts. And not because it's a bad song and not because it's saying something bad. I actually agree with it. I think that, you know, like as women, we should value ourselves as more than how pretty we are or what we're wearing or what our makeup looks like or what our body looks like. But what I found to be upsetting is that her cover is like her like sprawled out in this pretty overtly sexual position and wearing nearly nothing, and I just felt like that was a really hypocritical message to put across and doesn't really make sense to have a song like Pretty Hurts in there when she's clearly showing that everything that makes her sell, at least visually, is the complete opposite of what that song is about. So that bugs. One other thing that bugs is how annoying it is to try to get Sundance tickets if you're a local to Utah. It's, yeah, like if you don't buy your tickets in advance for like thousands of dollars, like movie stars, then like the process of trying to get like a locally discounted ticket is so convoluted and annoying. Like someday I will understand it, but it just doesn't make any sense. And then things that I'm loving right now. The song, I know it's a top 40 and like my indie gurus are gonna like hate me, but I love this song, Are You Gonna Stay Tonight? And more specifically, the video. The video is so good. If you haven't seen the video for Are You Gonna Stay the Night, you've got to look at it. The dancing is beautiful. The cinematography is awesome. Just the lighting, and it's killer. I think it's great. And one other thing that I am loving right now is I'm taking an acting class, and it's so fun. Like I haven't really been in class for so long, and I feel like I've grown so much just as a human, and I'm so much more comfortable in my own skin and with what I believe around people who don't believe what I believe. You know, just comparing the experience that I'm having in my acting class now and having like tons of training already and comparing that to what my acting classes were like at school, like it's night and day. It's like I'm a different person. It's awesome. Yeah. So that's it for this right now, for this vlog right now. I'm going to try to do these weekly on Wednesdays. And then I'm also looking into, well, setting aside more time for doing YouTube videos of cover songs and my own songs especially. So yeah, I will keep you updated on all of that, and thank you for being awesome. I hope that you liked this vlog, and I will see you next week.